Feel about this game?
I was real proud of the way the guys fought. We wanted to come in here and stop the run, and I believe they had 41 yards rushing. So that was our main goal, was to hold them really under 75 yards rushing, and our guys rose up to the occasion. That was a really good, well-coached offensive line and a really good running back. And I thought the guys executed the plan for the most part pretty well. We had to make some adjustments in the passing game in the second half based on some of the things that they were doing that weren't some of the traditional things they had done coming into the game. And then once we made the adjustments, the guys picked up on it and were able to move forward.
Yeah, well, I guess what was giving you a hard time in that second, third quarter, early third quarter?
There was just a lot of quicks. They were just slants running away from us, We need to tighten our coverages up a little bit, change the coverages up. Ran some coverages that'll be a little more advantageous to help with the quicks. And then the guys, played the technique better. And we flipped him on over to the left corner. You could clearly see a lot of balls were going at the left, and I've seen that movie enough. So you want to kind of change it up a little bit.
Were you expecting that fake on 4th and 7, that wide receiver throw? What were you
that was a special teams situation. That wasn't my crew out there.
With the left corner, Wash is healthy. Do you give him a shot?
We'll see how it goes. We'll go. I just felt during the game that was kind of the plan. That was worth their modus operandi was going to be. We were going to make that move, and when you've got a second game safety playing in a position 5 or 6 days, there's a lot of things that go on back there in the back end, and so I just felt like that would be eliminating one less problem.
What were your thoughts on that play that Jenny made, that 4th and 9?
Oh, it was great. I mean, he overlapped over the top and kind of baited the guy a little bit, it looked like, and that was obviously a huge play in the game. He's, like I said, had limited work in there, but he seemed to have gotten better as the game went on, and he'll only continue to get better the more he plays back there, and the way he adjusts his eye control is obviously a lot different when you're scoping the whole field, and having Marbell back obviously was a huge help. For 2 years we coached him to be up around the line of scrimmage safety, and so you saw him back in that role tonight. Because we had younger safeties early in the year, he forfeited a lot of things in terms of where we played him to kind of help teach somebody else, simplistic-wise, to do certain things. And now he's back in his normal position where he thrives, and so it makes me feel comfortable going into games where he's playing down in the box like that.
So Jenny will remain where he's at for the rest of the year?
Yeah, we'll see how it goes. And, obviously barring any injury, you saw, we got down there at the end without a corner. So we had to put Lockett at corner and move Jane at nickel. And then CJ Pollard came in. And, CJ can back up both spots.
Yeah.
And that's why he's in the role that he is, because he can play both. And I feel like that having a Jane out there as a starter, if something were to happen to any of the two safeties, the next guy is CJ. So instead of having CJ out there full time, it's kind of better to have him in a backup role where he can go in there if something happens, because he's used to playing the position.
Got it.
He can play with limited reps, where Janet can take all the reps during the week and then be ready to go on Saturday.
Was it frustrating at any point in the middle of the game where they were kind of working the middle of the field?
Yeah, I mean, some of the third down conversions were frustrating. The screen was frustrating. There was some frustration. We knew it was going to be a tough game to come in here. If you look at their stats offensively, they were very high rushing offense. The quarterback threw for a lot of yards and led them to a comeback last week.
Yeah.
So they've been putting together some good games offensively. If you look at them statistically, they're up there in categories. Mm-hmm. And so I knew that they were going to be a formidable outfit to deal with, because they got some skilled athletes at not only the running back but receiver position, and their offensive line's very well coached, and they have a good scheme.
How would you characterize the push you're getting from your down linemen right now?
Well, I don't know what the sacks ended up tonight overall, but six. Yeah, I felt like we got some good pressure in there. I mean, we blitzed some. Then once we got up, I wasn't going to take a lot of chances and just kind of make it kind of bleed a little bit. And we got off the field with the 4-man rush, and the coverage seemed to be okay.
How much do you feel Cam impacted the game, him being back?
It's nice to have him back. I mean, just the overall communication out there. He can tell you exactly what happened when he comes off. You know, John is able to not have to worry about making the calls and communicating and all that, and Jordan. So I think, you know, obviously having Cam back as a, you know, third-year starter in this defense is huge to have him down the stretch here, because, you know, we haven't had him for 3 games. So having him back, I'm sure when you look at the film, when you look at the running game, he was a big part of making a handful of those tackles and then some.